YouTube? Topaz Yates back for another review, and this one's to that Big Sean Single Again. And I'ma give it the yellow light because I find it intriguing on everything about the message and things being said here, but yet musically, not really. Like production wise, it falls flat. Like really no core punchlines or lyricism. Like what he's saying is pretty cool, but yet it's not delivered in a dope manner. Like this overall project is I at best. As the basic concept of this is simply a mature breakup. Like this is the kind of breakup that he and Janine Aiko is going through, in which it makes it all the more see-through when she's participating on this particular song. She's doing the background vocals. And a lot of people are catching feelings because of this. And this is why everybody out here, especially on social media, need to grow up when it comes to relationships, man, because just because you with somebody and you break up with them, not every breakup has to be a harsh one. Not every breakup you have to spit out all your emotions and ruin everybody's lives and tell people secrets. Like we get so used to how, Future, Sierra, how they broke up and everything went viral and stuff. Like everybody can stay and see what's happening in your life. Like that's not the way this should happen. Like, if you two really liked each other and you decided to date each other and things just don't work out, it doesn't necessarily mean that the worst things had to possibly happen. Maybe you two are literally better as friends, as Big Sean is saying on the song. The core issue with that is ultimately guys and women have that jealousy trait on that. This is my toy. I had sex with this toy. It's mine forever. Even if I'm not with this person, I'm going to hate and be mad at them forever. Just like how Bow Wow came out on Sierra. Like, I was the one who hit it first like a complete lame. See, I always believed as you grow in age, the maturity will ultimately come through and you'll be able to distinguish and deal with women on a higher level. But sadly, that's just not what it is. Like I see it day in and day out. People are just grown variations of who they were when they were children. And when a relationship doesn't pan out, then, oh, I'ma leak all the nudes. I'ma go ahead and talk bad about her new man. I'm going to just be a hater forever. But yet, that's not what a mature mind does in relationships. Why can't you just enjoy what you were, still have a basic friendship, and then just go out and do yourself? You'll always be in each other's lives if you want it to be so. But yet, for those who always want more sex and all that, that may get cut off. That's just part of the game. And a lot of dudes just can't handle that. And a lot of women just can't handle to see a guy who's moving on and having other women that may be younger, may be more beautiful, things of that nature. The jealousy spawns out of them as well. But let's go ahead and break down some of the lyrics that's within here verse by verse, starting with the first verse where Big Sean is more giving us his history on why he perceives like relationships for him don't really pan out, where he's going back looking at his own parents who they never really panned out. And then he's also looking at the old him in this verse, where before, when he was breaking up with people, he would hit them with the songs that I Don't F With You. That was his single and all of that stuff. But now he's looking at the game in a more mature variation of himself. And he actually does like Janine Aiko enough that he doesn't want to just ruin any possible friendship that they could have from this point on. The second verse, he's pretty much talking about the steps that he's taking to get over this positive breakup here. Like, he's questioning what do individuals do for their mental health. While most guys, when they break up, they call up all their old chicks and try to have sex with these random women, and none of this really helps. He went and got advice from DJ Khaled, who gave him, quote unquote, the keys to success. And he wants to focus on his mental health and becoming a better person and taking the time for himself to heal instead of jumping into the next person. And that is a wise thing to do. Like, there's no way you can love somebody else if you don't love yourself. And too often people bring the baggage of the past relationship that they just lost into the new one, and it's doomed from the beginning. Like, you honestly should give yourself a lot of time to actually heal, and healing ain't necessarily just meeting new women and having sex all the time. Like, that feels good for the moment, but yet it's not a long-term fix, as Big Sean is saying on this joint, man. Like, honestly, taking the time to develop who you are and figure out what you want to do and focus in on yourself, and then when you're prepared and meet the next person that you really want to be with, then you go ahead and move forward. You did? Like, do not get stuck on a relationship that you had for quite some time that didn't pan out the way you wanted to, and then every move that you make is a negative towards everyone else. It's like, do you watch that TV show Euphoria? Like, I just caught up with this joint, where there was an episode in there where there's a abusive relationship that's happening, and these people broke up for just a second. But yet, while they broke up, they happen to be at the same party, and they both do the most in order to crap on each other at the party, and there's fallout because of that in the long term. Overall, man, this song is just real talk, dude. Like, because there's too many people out here that are just hurt, that's just gonna go from relationship to relationship and person to person and hurting these people because they're hurt about a previous relationship that they haven't gotten over. You need to address it and go in the direction that he is going through on this particular track. But yet, everything about the song, from production to hook to overall lyricism and things of that nature, nah. You should definitely peep this multiple times and stuff, man. But yet, this is not a song to put on your playlist or anything like that. It just comes off as a different kind of single that he's pumping for this upcoming album, the Dawn Life, I believe it's called. As this is something that everybody, at least his fan base, wants to hear. They want to hear his relationship. They honestly want to hear the part 2 of the album that he did with Janine Aiko before, which this may very well not happen because it's a breakup. But it is what it is, man. But this concludes the review portion of this video, where we're going to touch on some other things here. Like, as we are sitting up waiting on this Chance the Rapper album to finally drop. And since it didn't come out at midnight, I'm under the assumption that it's probably not going to come out until maybe 10 o'clock in the morning or something like that. I'm going to constantly check the ticker of what music has been leaked and all of that, man. But my whole grand aspirations for that coming out at midnight, like most music, it's not going to happen. Like, Chance the Rapper's in control of his stuff way more than most people, so the leaking isn't going to happen like everybody else's leaks actually do happen. But it should be on Spotify and Apple Music when it finally does come out. It'll probably just be in the morning, and when that does happen, I am going to try to review it. But I may end up reviewing that BJ the Chicago Kid tonight. And I will say there's a slight chance of a review for that Rick Ross and Drake song, that Gold Roses. And I will base that off of how you guys feel about it. Like, send me a message, like, comment in this if you want me to review all of these. But I don't know yet. I'm probably just going to listen to that BJ the Chicago Kid now, and how I feel about it will determine if I make another review tonight. And the last thing I want to touch on in this particular video, I guess, is that A$AP Rocky ordeal that's happening, as I haven't touched on it specifically because A$AP Rocky, all of his beliefs go against descendants of slaves, of black Americans here in America, you dig? Like, he says a lot of reckless things about black people. He said it in a couple interviews and stuff. And because of this, it's a lot like with Wale when he was talking all bad about black Americans and how we can't blame racism for everything. But yet, when he gets kicked off the flight, then he's going to blame it all on racism and all of this stuff, dude. Like, Wale could hold his own nuts then, and A$AP Rocky can hold his own nuts now. You never want to see anybody go to jail or anything of that nature, you dig? But yet, how can I ride for you if you're not riding with the team? I hope you enjoyed the show. You can follow me at Twitter up there, and you can go to downloadpass.com, that's down there, to read today's article.